Events are killing Pet Simulator 99, from ruining the game's economy to destroying the motivation to play the game. Yes, it's true. You don't believe me? Then watch the video and let me tell you why. This video will be separated in 3 parts. First, I'll give you some information about what events are and how they work. Then I'll tell you the problems on why it's killing the game. And of course, after we found the problems, I'll tell my solutions on how to improve it. But let's start with chapter 1. The history of events. The first event released on May 4. It was the Backrooms event. Everyone seemed to like it and the player count went up a ton. It was very refreshing from the regular updates. These events were accessible for every player. Even people who haven't even played yet. To make it fair for everybody, you could only equip 15 pets instead of the maximum 99. And most of the enchants won't work, even as boosts and items. I will talk more on that later though. The events are most of the time 2 weeks long, with 2 updates on every event. After the 2 weeks of the Backrooms event, there were normal updates again. But the game's players became even lower than before the event. So guess what they did? They released another event. This time being the good vs evil, and the player counts went even higher up than the first event. Big Games knew that events are good for the game, so he released event after event after event, making the game go from 80% normal updates and 20% events to 20% normal updates and 80% events. And this is the point that events, in my opinion, weren't events anymore, because they were more released than the quote-unquote normal updates. And this is how updates are still going to this day. They release 1 normal update and then 4 event updates. But this isn't even the biggest problem yet. That is for chapter 2 of today. The problem of events. The first problem I want to talk about is the feeling of the events being not unique anymore and feeling more like a copy and paste update. The devs made so many events already and still make so many, but they don't make normal updates. Like for example, on every single event is a gift bag, which nearly all the time has a huge and the same item for each gift bag. It's just a remodel and they change the huge and done, a new gift bag. The same is for the huges. They add limited huges and sometimes a free to play Titanic. That isn't actually free to play, but I'll make a separate video on that. And if the event isn't about hatching, then it's just a straight copy from a different game. Like Pet RNG event is just Souls RNG, and the Stand in Line event is also a copy. What's really a big problem though with these events are alt accounts. If you want to get good in the event or get a free to play Titanic for example, you need tons of alt accounts, so it's not even fair for the regular player that actually puts effort into the game. But probably the biggest problem is that events make Pet Simulator 99 not the game we used to play, and why it's created. Everyone played Pet Simulator because of a simple loop. Collect coins by breaking breakables, hatch eggs to get better pets, and do that over and over until you get the best pets. When Pet Simulator 99 released, it was the same loop, which is great, and they also added new things like enchants, many new potions, new items, more free to play pet equips, and more free to play egg opens. They also added ranks and later even ultimates. When you play these events, you can't play with 99 pets. Like that makes no sense, the game is called Pet Simulator 99 and you can't even play with 99 pets, most of the time. The same goes for the items. Why would I buy a chest mimic if most of the potions and the items won't work most of the times when events are active? Big Games makes too many events and they have to stop, because they keep getting more boring each time. They aren't unique, and if there is a good event like the Thanksgiving event, they nerf it to the ground without any communication. Like, why wouldn't you announce that you will nerf the event in a few hours, so people actually have a chance to combine their fair earned pets? Second, why are these pets tradable? Like, it was a free to play Titanic ride, and why are there things for the free to play Titanic in the Forever pack? That makes it pay to win and not free to play. But if events weren't even causing enough drama to the game, they also influence the economy. Because of these events, the economy is completely dead. This is a huge problem since many people trade in the game, but why is it dead? Let me explain this real quick. Nearly nobody is interested in buying huges, items, enchants and other things, because they are useless, nearly all the time because of these events. Then because nobody is buying it, people will sell things more on the wrap each time. This will make the market deflate a bit and stabilize on a very low price. Which is great for people without huges, but very bad for the rest of the players. Because prices are always going down, people will hold on gems, because why would you buy something when it's going to deflate anyways, and you don't even need it. This makes the whole economy dead. But why wouldn't these people grind for a Titanic? That's because the Titanics are worth so much more than a huge pet. Like you need over 300 huges to afford a Titanic. That's way too much. In the early stage of the game it was like 150 huges for a Titanic, which is half of it. It's too easy to get huges, but nearly impossible to get a Titanic free to play. If Big Games wants to get the economy active again, then there needs to be the inflation again. to make people want to spend their gems again and people want to sell their stuff. But we have discussed a lot of problems, so if we want to find any solutions, we need to get to chapter 3, the solutions to improve it. The first solution I have is that there needs to be less events and more normal regular updates. The Void world is also nearly at its end, so maybe it's a good idea to focus on that than these limited events. The thing with these events is that they are limited, while the normal updates are permanent, so any systems keep in the game. And if you do events like once every 1 or 2 months, it will be way more excited to play an event again, but then they need to make sure it's something unique and good for the free-to-play players, and it feels rewarding to play it. If the event is then a bit different than the regular game, then it doesn't really matter much, because most of the times you will be playing the normal game, and now it's most of the times different than a normal game. This will also make people buy huges again and items, which make the economy be active again. Also, when they spend more time on the normal updates, they will hopefully also be able to make new enchants, items and potions, and make them really rare to get, so players will grind the game again and sell the items. This only will make the game more alive. The Christmas event was a great example of a good unique event. It had the basic of Pet Sim 99 and you get the gifts from really grinding the game. So the devs need to make less of these smaller events, because in the long term they add nothing to the game and they are getting more boring each time. And make the event fair for everyone, like don't put things needed for a free to play Titanic in the Forever pack, and if you make the pets needed for it untradeable until the event ends, then it's not about who has the most alt accounts, but who puts the most effort and grind into the game. This will make it so much more interesting. Maybe also add the Titanic in the last egg in the normal game, but it's really hard to get, but people will for sure grind for it. To get inflation back in the game, we need something new in the game, so people will sell and buy things again. Maybe make a hardcore mode or something like it again. But everyone's huges are less stronger in that world, and you can get hardcore huges which are stronger than normal huges, and give them a good reward for beating it, so people can grind the game again. But I think these are some very good solutions. I hope you all learned something from this video, and if you have any more opinions about these events, please let me know in the comments. Or if you have any questions about the video or about me, you can also leave that in the comments. I don't know if I'm able to answer all your questions, but I will try to do so. Oh, and Big Games just also posted a new leak on the Twitter for the upcoming Christmas update. It looks promising to me. Hopefully it won't be like any other events. Thank you all for watching and the insane support. I'm so happy with 4,000 subs, and I'm super grateful for it. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, because it took me very long to make it, and you can maybe get 5,000 subs before the end of the year. Oh, and I'll be also uploading 2 times a week again, so I hope you will enjoy more of my videos again. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.